What's up, everyone? This is Corey Porter. So we're back in the video today to talk about some interesting news that came out over the last couple days, if you've missed it or not. So apparently Final Fantasy IX is going to be getting an animated series. Quick shameless plug, I'm currently streaming Final Fantasy IX over on twitch.com, twitch.tv.com, so if you want to come take a look at that, feel free. But let's take a look at the article real quick. So this is coming from Kotaku and Ash Parrish. This was as of yesterday. So Final Fantasy IX is getting an animated series. So Final Fantasy IX, one of the most beloved entries in the JRPG series, is getting a cartoon adaptation aimed at 8 to 13-year-olds. Reported yesterday at Kidscreen and confirmed by Kotaku by Square Enix, the French production company Cyber Group Studios, known for their children's entertainment shows, will lead the project. In a press release, Pierre Sisman, CEO of Cyber Studios, said, "We are honored and enthusiastic to participate with our friends of Square Enix in such a great adventure." Cyber Group Studios COO Dominique Bourse added, "It is a dream come true for our teams in France and in the US. We already look forward to creating a great piece of entertainment that respects this fantastic brand." So, what are my thoughts? I think it's interesting, and I think it's actually a really good idea. I mean, of all the Final Fantasy series or games, 9 is probably the one that translates the most to like a kiddie type animated show. I say kiddie, and when you think about it, you hear kid show, you think of probably something not particularly great, but you gotta remember there's a lot of these kid shows that are actually like really good. If you look at something like an Avatar: The Last Airbender, which has just been fantastic, Steven Universe, all those kind of shows are really meant for kids in that same age range demographic, and they've ended up being very good. So I don't think you should like instantly dismiss it. There's a lot of really deep, dark things in Final Fantasy IX. As I'm playing through again right now, currently I'm reliving a lot of these things. I mean, there's a literal genocidal plot where almost a whole like race or species, whatever you want to call them, of people is destroyed for the most part. There's a lot of really like deep interpersonal character issues, whether you're dealing with the stuff with Vivi or Garnet, or there's just a lot of stuff. I do think it's going to be interesting to see how they work around all that and make it manageable for a children's age show. I know a lot of these cartoons can get into darker, deeper territories, so it's not like they completely have to like paddle-foot around it. But it is definitely something I'm gonna want to monitor to see how it goes. Really, the thing that I'm the most interested about is how are they gonna do the animation style. Looking over Cyber Productions' website, because I'm not familiar with them whatsoever. They do a lot of like 2D CGI type animations. A lot of them are more like the PBS, like Disney cartoon, like educational type ones. Again, we'll kind of see how it goes. I think it's an interesting studio to pick. If you were going to pick one, I would have loved to seen it from the guys that did Castlevania for Netflix, but that's going in the way darker territory. But we'll kind of see. We'll see what the episode, how many episodes are going to be lit, how long it's going to be. You imagine it's going to be like 25, 30 minutes. Standard television type. Where it's going to be shown, I don't even think that has been listed anywhere. So there's a lot of things to kind of really get into, but we'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think of all the Final Fantasies, this is the one that you've got the best chance of doing something that's more kid-friendly with Final Fantasy IX, though there are a lot of those deeper, darker elements, but you certainly couldn't do that with a Final Fantasy VII or, heaven forbid, Final Fantasy VIII. The plot is relatively straightforward. It's got some ups and downs. Kuja is going to be another one. Are they going to depict Kuja? Are they going to dress him up a little bit more? So there's a lot. I'm going to be curious. I think it'll be good. If nothing else, it'll bring a lot of awareness to Final Fantasy IX, which personally I think is one of the better Final Fantasy IXs. It's not my favorite, but it's certainly up there, and there's just a lot of really good content in that game. It kind of got overlooked when it was released. It got released right at the end of the PlayStation 1 life cycle, and right as the PlayStation 2 was coming out. So it was, and it had more of that like chibi character look, and a lot of people were put off compared to Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VIII. I loved it. I still love it. I mean, I'm playing it right now. So, like I said, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, let me know what you think down below. What are your expectations? Are you worried? Are you concerned? Do you care? Any of that kind of stuff. But anyway, guys, that's it, and we will see y'all next time.